This is the luxury world. Get inspired with us today and tomorrow. In the world of high-end horology, few names command the reverence and recognition of Rolex. More than a timekeeper, it has become a symbol of success, craftsmanship, and exclusivity. For decades, Rolex has reigned supreme in the luxury watch landscape, transforming the simple act of acquiring a wristwatch into a saga marked by waiting lists, opaque dealer networks, and elusive models. But as 2025 unfolds, all signs suggest the legendary Swiss manufacturer may be preparing to shift the very foundation on which this prestige was built. In today's video brought to you by the Luxury World, we will explore the strategic transformation underway at Rolex, a recalibration of pricing, dealer operations, and product accessibility that could redefine the luxury watch market for years to come. If you have not yet, be sure to subscribe to our channel to stay updated with all our future content. At the heart of Rolex's 2025 evolution lies a bold new approach to pricing. Gone are the days of uniform adjustments across the catalog. Instead, Rolex has introduced targeted changes that signal a shift in priorities and a repositioning of value. The most dramatic development? A significant 19% increase in the retail price of select gold Daytona models, now retailing at approximately $53,740. This is not a subtle adjustment. It is a declarative statement. In contrast, Rolex's iconic steel models saw only a modest 2.6% price uptick. The disparity between these categories speaks volumes. Traditionally, the gold Daytonas and platinum day dates served as high-margin products that dealers relied on for profitability. They also functioned strategically, buying one who often earned a loyal client favor with authorized dealers, paving the way for access to in-demand steel sports models. But in 2025, this strategy appears obsolete. Purchasing a precious metal Rolex in hopes of unlocking a stainless steel allocation no longer carries the same weight, especially when comparable pieces can be found on the secondary market at significant discounts. While the total number of watches reaching retailers has remained relatively stable, the product mix has experienced a fundamental transformation. High-ticket items, such as platinum day dates and gold Daytonas, are no longer dominating shipments. Instead, Rolex appears to be prioritizing stainless steel models, a move that speaks directly to shifts in market demand and brand strategy. This rebalancing has profound implications for dealers. Previously, selling luxury metal watches with their higher markups allowed retailers to comfortably navigate the high cost of luxury retail rents, wages, and operational expenses. Steel models, though popular, offer much slimmer profit margins. Selling these watches in volume may enhance customer satisfaction and accessibility, but it creates new challenges for sustaining the business model that once thrived on exclusivity and high-margin inventory. For many authorized dealers, Rolex's pivot presents a paradox. On the one hand, steel watches are in high demand and fly off the shelves with little effort. On the other hand, the financial return on each transaction is shrinking. With operational costs steadily climbing, dealers are feeling pressure similar to building a luxury tower on increasingly fragile economic grounds. The digital age adds another complication: transparency. Consumers now arrive at showrooms armed with real-time data from the secondary market. They are aware of the suggested retail price, resale values, and market trends, and they demand justification for every premium. In essence, each sales interaction has become a negotiation, reducing room for discretion and dealer-specific leverage. Additionally, the luxury watch market is undergoing a cultural shift, placing greater emphasis on ethical sourcing and environmental responsibility. Dealers are expected not only to meet these rising standards, but to do so without undermining profitability, a tall order in a volatile retail climate. Another telling indicator of Rolex's transformation is the quiet disappearance of a once familiar retail fixture: the exhibition-only sign. Once a staple of Rolex boutiques, these signs served as a subtle reminder of the brand's elusiveness. Customers could admire the coveted models, but purchases were off the table. In 2025, however, Rolex appears to be retiring from this practice. Wait times for some of the brand's most iconic models, such as the Submariner and the GMT Master II, have decreased dramatically. The Submariner's wait time has been reduced to approximately 60 days, while the GMT Master II now averages a 90-day wait. For a brand once synonymous with multi-year waiting lists, this is a notable departure. It may be too early to call it a democratization of luxury, but Rolex is shifting from a policy of deliberate scarcity to one of managed accessibility. By doing so, it appears to be reclaiming control of its narrative, choosing who wears its watches and how those watches are perceived, rather than allowing market flippers and resellers to shape consumer perception. The secondary market, long dominated by premium markups and scarcity-driven hype, is beginning to normalize. Inventory is higher, prices are stabilizing, and the pressure to buy one watch just to gain access to another is easing. This trend is particularly meaningful for true collectors, those who appreciate Rolex for its heritage, craftsmanship, and design innovation. For this segment of the market, the recent developments represent a return to form. Rolex is no longer just a tool for arbitrage, it is once again an object of admiration. No longer are enthusiasts forced to act like high-stakes gamblers, gaming the system in the hope of accessing a sought-after model. The focus is shifting back to intrinsic value, the story behind each reference, the precision of its engineering, and the brand's cultural legacy. It is a refreshing pivot that could strengthen brand loyalty among Rolex's core audience. As Rolex repositions itself, the pressure now shifts to the authorized dealer network to modernize their approach. The old playbook, built on allocation games, waitlist management, and backroom deals, is increasingly out of step with a more informed and empowered customer base. To remain viable and competitive, dealers must embrace digital transformation. This includes virtual showrooms, immersive online consultations, and streamlined e-commerce platforms. Enhancing the customer journey with transparency, service, and personalization will become the key differentiators in a marketplace where the product itself is becoming more available. Innovation must extend beyond technology. Dealers will need to reconsider how they train staff, engage clients, and build long-term relationships. Education, storytelling, and customer care will define the new luxury retail standard. Viewed holistically, Rolex's 2025 strategy represents more than an operational tweak. It is a deliberate effort to regain control of the brand narrative and ensure that Rolex ownership is synonymous with prestige for the right reasons, not because a watch is difficult to acquire, but because it is genuinely worth owning. If successful, this shift could have ripple effects across the entire luxury watch industry. Competitors may be forced to reconsider their strategies, especially as consumer expectations evolve in tandem with Rolex's example. There was a time when Rolex's brand mystique relied heavily on scarcity. The rare sighting of a stainless steel Daytona or a blue dial Skydweller sparked instant envy. Today, that scarcity-driven allure is being reimagined. What replaces it is a different kind of exclusivity, one grounded not in availability, but in meaning. Ownership is becoming less about access and more about appreciation. In this sense, Rolex is shifting the conversation away from how to get one to why it matters. Of course, no transformation comes without risk. Reducing waiting times, expanding availability, and limiting dealer incentives could dilute the sense of urgency and exclusivity that has served Rolex so well. A miscalculation could weaken brand equity or erode margins. Yet the potential rewards are significant. By taking control of pricing, improving product accessibility, and refining its retail model, Rolex has the opportunity to solidify its legacy for the next generation. It can appeal to both seasoned collectors and emerging enthusiasts, providing a product and experience that resonates in a rapidly evolving global market. As we navigate the unfolding story of Rolex in 2025, one thing is clear: the brand is not content to rest on its laurels. With strategic changes in pricing, retail distribution, and customer engagement, Rolex is writing a bold new chapter in the history of luxury watches. This evolution may not satisfy every collector, dealer, or investor, but it promises to align the brand more closely with its heritage, values, and long-term vision. It is not just about keeping time anymore. It is about leading the times. So, as the luxury watch world holds its collective breath, all eyes remain fixed on the crown. If Rolex succeeds in this transformation, it will not merely remain the king of watches, it will become the standard by which the future of luxury is judged. What are your impressions of the Rolex market shift? How does this affect you as the consumer? Please let us know by commenting and giving this video a thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe to the Luxury World for more insights into the world of luxury timepieces.